Hello, everybody. It's Kieran here from Sharps Podcast. I'd just like to say a big hello and a thank you to everybody that's supported the Sharps Podcast project so far. We now have a launch date. The first podcast should be coming out on the 4th of December. Episode 1 will be on Sharps Tiger, because obviously we're starting from the very start of the series of books and working our way through. So you have between now and the 4th of December to get your copy of Sharp's Tiger. Get yourself up to speed if you are rereading it. If you're new to the series, Sharp's Tiger is a fantastic book and a great place to start, and the best place to start because obviously it's the beginning of the series. You can, if you're new to the series and you haven't picked up a copy of Sharp's Tiger yet, go to the HarperCollins website and you can actually get the first 3 books in the series, Tiger, Triumph, and Fortress, all in the one edition for £7 if you're in the UK. So it's a really cheap way to get into a book series. It's not expensive to pick up these books, and also if you're an audiobook person, if you go to Audible or any of the really good audiobook sites, Sharp's Tiger is available as an audiobook. There's a guy, Rupert Farley, narrates it, and he actually performs it. He performs all the roles in the book, and he's fantastic. They're really good to listen to. I'm not always a great audiobook fan, but the Sharp series are excellent. So that's another option for you if you want to get through the book before the podcast comes out on the 4th of December. I'd like to say a huge thanks to everybody that's supported the project so far. Thank you for all your likes on social media, your kind comments. It's been great. What I'm hoping to do next week, in the run up to the launch of the full first episode, is to put out a little introductory podcast. I'm calling it The Skirmish, and I'll probably try and do this for each and every episode. Just a little short podcast, 5 or 10 minutes, that will act as an introduction to the full episode. And it'll also give you a chance to find the podcast on your chosen podcast service, whether it be iTunes or Stitcher or whatever you use to listen to your podcast. You can find the podcast and subscribe it, and you're all ready to go for when the first episode comes out. For any updates and stuff, please go to sharpspodcast.com and subscribe there, and you get a little email every time there's a new bit of news. One other thing is, a musician friend of mine is going to record a brand new edition of Over the Hills and Far Away, which is the 95th Rifles tune, and also featured very heavily in the TV series. He's going to record that for me as the theme tune for the podcast when it comes out. So I can't wait to hear that when it's finished, and I'll share that with you as well when I get a chance to get it up online. So just letting you know what's happening. So 4th of December is the first full episode. I'll put a little message out next week when the Skirmish goes out, which is our little introductory podcast, and that'll get you kicked off. Anybody's got any question and queries, please message me on sharpspodcast.com or on Insta, or you can find me on Facebook as well, and also on Twitter. So search Sharps Podcast on any of those, and you can find me. So thank you very much for all your support. Can't wait for the episode to come out, and see you later.